Hello, I'm Rich and welcome to my video on the practical driving test. Today we'll be looking at some practical driving test tips in Lichfield, dealing with four-way traffic lights, doing a turn in the road or three-point turn for our manoeuvre. I'm also going to have a camera on my feet throughout the video to give you more practical driving test tips of how I'm using the clutch, brake and accelerator. We'll also have a section of independent driving following road signs. The driving test will also include large busy roundabouts and a mini roundabout. As well as dual carriageway slip roads on and off. And an angle start from behind a parked car. We've also got a zebra crossing, complete with Lollipop Man. As well as a puffin crossing. And also a section of busy town driving. So let's get on with the point of view practical driving test. Hello there, my name's Richard Bailey from Driving Burntwood, and we're just going to do a mock test today. Got a camera on my head, got a camera on my feet, and we've got binaural microphones for the sound quality. So, at the start of your test, you'd be asked to do you show me, tell me questions, which you can find in a different video, and then you'd be moving away from the test centre nice and steady. Ask them to explain what the test's going to involve and they'll be happy to do that. At the end of the road they'll ask you, in this case, to turn right. So I'm just checking mirrors, pop the signal on and we're coming to a stop. Very hard to see here, so definitely take your time at the start of your test. Watch whichever part of the country you're in. And at the end of the road we're going to be going right again. So just checking the mirrors again, popping the signal on. Steadying up nice and early because we've got this learner in front of us. And even if it's the start of your test, don't feel rushed, don't feel like you're having to wait a long time. If it's busy, it's busy. So just keep yourself updated. I've got the traffic lights there, but I've got no pedestrians pressing them, and we're good to go. So I'm not going to be talking you through all the problems that can crop up on this test, or this particular test route. It's not really worth learning test routes. Just check the mirrors because we're going to be turning left at this roundabout. I'm just going to be talking you through how they're going to explain the test to you. They won't tend to be too chatty because they don't want to put you off. So they're going to be, as normal, looking for those hazards, see if anyone's pressing the buttons on the pedestrian crossing. And at the traffic lights, I'd like you to turn right, please. That taxi doesn't turn too sharp. There we go. As that traffic's stopping, it's probably not long till my go. Nice and clear in the road I'm heading into. worth knowing where all your little extra controls are, like your windscreen windscreen washer in case you have got low sun to deal with like this. Well, they'll all be covered in your... Jeremy, tell me questions. And at the roundabout, I'd like you to turn left, please. They may say take the next left because it's one of those little slip roads just next to the roundabout. And they need to give way to anyone coming off the roundabout. There isn't anyone coming off, but I'm still taking it steady because this bridge is arched. Could have been a tall truck coming through in the middle of the road. And at the traffic lights, I'd like you to turn right, please. I'm just taking a good position, hugging that right line, or that middle line. No need to fully secure up, they're quite happy with you waiting in gear like I'm doing. Just saves a little bit of time when the lights change again. Now I've got two people turning right there after this Jaguar, so I'm going to take that chance to make my turn. And then they'll ask you to pull over on the left in a safe and convenient place. They might actually say where they want you to park, so I'm going to park just towards the end of this grass edge before the pavement starts. Because we're going to have a go at the turn in the road manoeuvre. So they'd ask you to turn the car around to face the opposite direction using forward and reverse gears, trying not to touch the curbs, and they'd just ask you to carry on when you're ready. So I've got this silver Mercedes coming towards me. I'm just going to wait for them to do their thing. That learner's just pulled up as well, and I can see them having a little look around as if they're about to pull off, so I'm just staying still while I'm trying to work out whether they're about to do a manoeuvre. And I've got an AA car behind me now anyway, so I'm going to come back out of gear and just wait a second to see what's happening. So the red learner is having a good look around in his car. Just depends whether he's about to have a go at a parallel park or he's carrying on. And it looks like he's having a go at parallel park, so I can carry on doing what I want to do. Nothing to worry about behind me. They're kind of blocking the road in front. Don't forget your blind spot, find your little bit of bite, and then nice fast hands to full lock as you set off. In this car, the curb joins just about where the speaker cut is. Feel free to use your handbrake if you don't want to roll forwards, and then nice fast hands as you're going backwards. Little checks out the back window to make sure there's no one behind you, and then looking over this shoulder you can judge how close you can get to this curb. And in my car it says the curb cuts into the corner of the window frame there. Another check of the road to make sure it's safe. Use a handbrake if you don't want to roll back into that curb, but if you feel like confident enough to just do it with your feet, that's fine as well. And then I'll ask you to pull over again just by this post box. And they'll ask you to pull over again because they're going to start the independent drive here. So they'll ask you to go to the traffic lights and turn right, and then we're going to be following the road signs for Birmingham. And they'll ask you to carry on when you're ready. So again, I'm just wondering what this lady's up to. Looks like she's putting her sunglasses on. So I'm going to let her know by indicating that I'm pulling off. Little check on my blind spot to make sure I'm all safe. So then you just follow the directions that you've been given. So it was right at the lights, and then we're looking out for signs for Birmingham. couple of cars turning right again there. I'm just making sure there's no one's hiding in the middle. There wasn't. So I'm good to go. And on the map there, instantly you've got a map and Birmingham is straight over. There's a little confirmation of Birmingham, but the sun was making it hard to see there. So we're heading out of Lichfield now, and we've got a new speed limit of 50. Nice quick check to your speedo if you are checking it, which you want to be doing. Speed limit's 50, we're just touching 50 now. Just checking when we've got this junction coming up. It's quite a nasty junction. And we've got a sign here to let us know there's another one on the right. And now we're going to follow the road signs to Burton, please. So looking on the map, don't know how well you can see it on the video, but Burton is on the first roundabout and it's left. So, dual mirrors, put our signal on, see what's going on at the roundabout. It looks busy, so feel free to use your hand if the sun's getting in the way, but you're better off trying to remember to bring a pair of shades, because you want those two hands on the steering wheel really. And now we're going to follow the road signs for Lichfield. You can see how nasty that sun can be. So we've got a third of a mile into Lichfield exit, so even though I could go faster than this, I'm not going to bother overtaking the truck. There's them countdown markers. First one's a good cue to start signalling. And they'll ask you to carry on following the road signs for Lichfield. So the examiner might not have told you anything else at this point, so just keep looking for signs for Lichfield. Or they might change your destination, and I'm going to do that, so we're going to start looking for Tamworth and signs now. Quite easy while you concentrate on that sign to miss these 30 signs, but Tamworth is right. I've decided to take it out of gear this time and have a little rest, because I know these lights can take quite a while. They're three-way lights, so we're going to be going at the same time as the people opposite us. And not only are they three-way, sorry, you might not have been able to hear that, not only are they three-way, but the pedestrian phase was on as well there. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these videos. So looking at the road I'm going into, it's quite sharp back on myself, but I don't want to go too far around because this traffic's bit of road there where that white line carries on. I'm clear after this black one last check into the road I'm going into, and we're all good. And then they'd let you know that's the end of your independent driving. Do be careful not to speed up too early, still 30 until you hit the 40 sign. Think of it as start line, so 30, 40 down, that's when it starts 40, and that's when you can start speeding up. Do remember to check the mirrors before you speed up, or else that'll earn you a minor. And we're just going to pull over on the left somewhere safely and convenient, so that's my own choice this time. I'm going to go a little bit further so I'm not opposite the bus stop. And then I'll say thank you very much, carry on when you're ready. So even though there's no one behind me, and not even a blind spot, I'm going to indicate to the traffic ahead, just in case one of these three guys lives in that house there. And they know I'm pulling off then. And at the traffic lights we'll turn left please. Careful of that gas pedal when you get to the top of hills. You'll have to probably ease off it so you don't keep getting faster. Worth thinking about the fact that the sun's right behind me, so these people coming towards me have got really bad vision. roundabout, we're going to go left. First exit. Bit of a hidden zebra crossing at the top here. Can't see the road markings, but can see the flashing lights. And then we're going to take the next road on the left, please. And I'd just like you to pull over on the left just before the second car. Leave yourself about a car length worth of room to pull off again. Don't worry about the driveways. So that's closer than you'd need to get normally, but because I was going around that parked car, it just made it a little bit awkward. And this is an angled start, so they just ask you to carry on again when you're ready. And they're just testing that you still remember to do all your observations. Might be worth an indication because a little bit worse vision trying to get yourself around past a parked car. Do feel free to move your head if the post's in your way when you're going around a bend. That might seem worse on the video than it is in real life because obviously I've got two eyes and this video is shot with one lens, so it's just a bit of a bigger block in the way. End of the road, we're going to turn left. So even though it should be my priority, I'm just giving them a bit more space because they seem to be coming through whether I like it or not. I'll check my mirror now in case this person tries to push through as well. I'm just keeping it steady because there's quite a lot of kids about. And he's lifted his lollipop up slightly, so that probably means he wants to cross these people at the other side of the road. So there we go. So actually a little clue, a lollipop man's about to, or lollipop lady, is about to do their thing, and they put their stick sideways across. They've got someone that they want to cross the road, or they want to get across the road. And at the lights, we're going to be turning left. Even though I've done my mirrors, I'm going to delay my signal because of these couple of junctions here. Do feel free to take your time if a gap's tight so you can check your door mirrors fine. As long as you're gentle coming off the clutch like I was then, if you pick the wrong gear like I had, the car will have a little moan at you and you'll know to put your clutch back down and pick a different gear. But if you come off the clutch quick, it'll just stall. check your mirrors just before you set off in case there's a motorbike trying to get past or a cyclist on the left hand side. And at the traffic lights we're going to turn right. Check that zebra crossing. And I'm sure that lady will press the button, so I'm just checking the mirrors again, and there we go, right on cue. And at the roundabout we're going to turn right, third exit. Road on the left, please. So you'll know when you're heading back to the test centre, because you'll have been driving around your area and you'll get to know when you're nearly back. Here's that whiteboarding again. So I'll set the next left again. In this case it's quite tight, probably worth going down to first gear for it because you can't see very well. And then they'll ask you to pull into that car park there in Lichfield and just pulling forward, and that'll be the end of your test, and they'll let you know if you've done, so just make sure you secure the car up nicely. They won't care too much how you park up at the end, so feel free just to pull forward into a bay. And there you go. And then ask you to just turn the engine off to make sure you're fully secured up. Then they'll mark the sheet and let you know you've done. So feel free to mention anything in the comments. I think I would have got myself one minor for that speed up from the 30 to the 40 when I was explaining about the start line. Apart from that, I thought it was quite a nice drive. So thank you for watching. Feel free to comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.